So, every time that I've wanted to practice some 3x3, since I did the last stream, I've had to use CS Timer. So, yeah, I've done that. So I haven't done any solves on CubeDesk, and I believe that the goal that I had to hit was having a total of 11,500 solves on CubeDesk. Right now I have 10,801. So I'm going to try to do 100 solves today. And yeah, I don't know why I looked at the cube and then put the cube cover on. But yeah, also this cool cube is in the background. So, yeah. $11.65. Gameplay says first. Nice. I'm just doing all the solves I have to do. I'm probably going to do like 100 today. Realme asks, yo, what do you average? I average around 12 to 11 seconds. So like 11, 12 seconds. But I get bad solves a lot. $12.64. Realme says, oh, that's nice. I average around the same. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people who have been cubing for like 2 years, maybe 3, average around there. Because it's pretty hard to, well, what I've noticed is a lot of people average around there. And it does take a long time to get sub 10 from there. I'm still working on trying to be sub 10. 1465. Gageman says you should do another one or a couple solves on the Toy Story cube from that video if you have time. Romney says, oh, you're using the Ferrocore. Actually, I'm using the, it's still a V10, but it's the special edition. And I'll go grab that cube from the toy store because Gageplay said it should do some solves. So I'll be back in 1 second. So here's the cube. It's pretty bad. And I have a video. It's like my second most recent video. So after the live stream, make sure you go check it out if you haven't. And Rummy says, I recognize the Ferrocore logo. Yeah, this is, so this cube, I think it's made by PyCube. Like the thing. And like the special edition, it's made by PyCube. But it's still a Moyu cube. So then I just put their logo on it. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to give it a like. The turning on this cube is very fast. So I was inserting a pair and then it didn't really work. A 17.44. If this cube, I should probably put some slower lube in it. Remy says, what's your PB? My PB is 6.52 seconds. I got it on one of the series of this stream. But, after checking back on the stream, because I wasn't sure if it was a misscramble or not, it ended up being a misscramble. So, 13.58. Well, that's my PB on this cube, I think. Kenny says hello. Welcome to the stream, Kenny. Yeah, I think after this solve, I'm definitely going to put some slower lube in this. Uh-oh. 1674 plus 2. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put some slower lube in this. And whoever liked the stream, thanks. I have a lot more fast lubes than slow lubes. I'll use some Cosmos. And not all my lubes are in there. I don't know if I said this, but whoever liked the stream, thanks. And we just got another like on the stream. And Nomi says my PB is 7.4, so nothing crazy. Nice. I think my PB2 is like 6.94. And I had a pilo skip, but my 6.52 was full step. And BubbaCube says, nice to meet you. I think he's talking to someone else in the chat. But welcome to the stream, BubbaCubes. And I think you used the wrong meat. Okay. It's really hard to get lube out of this. Romy says also that top fan system is nice. What do you use that? What do you use for that? I don't even know what it really is. I don't really use it for anything. And we got another like on the stream, so thanks to the third liker on the stream. Oh yeah, the lube just kicked in. Snap. 13.76 plus 2. And we just got another like on the stream. Thanks. I think I'm gonna put some comment in here too. And Romy says, I just subscribed. And thanks for subscribing. And I saw it on the live subscriber count. But, it was only like the first part and 30 minutes of the second part where I was doing the subscribers add 100 solves. So for all of the other streams after those, it's just I'm doing those solves. But still, thanks for subscribing. Now I'm only 125 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers, which is my goal. BubbaCube says your PB 6.52. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna do one more solve on this cube. Well, actually, I think that would be an average of 5. Yeah, it would. So after this solve, it will be an average of 5 on this cube. $13.08. That's a 15.59 average of 5 on this cube. Romy says, oh, listen, that's my channel's at 922. Wow, that means you're less than 100 away from 1,000. Well, you probably already knew that. Okay, there's a corner here, but I don't really know how to I don't really know how to make an X cross with that, because the edge was in another slot. I was pretty close to sub 10, 10.12. Also, that lube that I put in that cube, the brand it's Dunkin'. They're more of a yo-yo brand. But after I put the lube in that cube, it made it slower. And after I put in the fast lube, I didn't really feel anything. And I only put in one drop of each. 12.45. So that's 10 solves done on the stream. Romy says, I'm planning on making a cubing channel. I mean, I already made one, but didn't upload yet. Nice. Maybe that channel will end up getting more subscribers than your current channel. $10.16 with an accidental ZBL. Basically says we have a good community. Me, Master Cube, I think you mean Mr. Cube, BubbaCubes, and that one with name I don't know how to spell at all. Yeah. Romy says it's gonna be French though, because I like to vlog my comps and I'm French. I get a lot of viewers on my live stream from from France. I probably get more than I do viewers from the United States. $11.37. I brought this cube cover over here because I was gonna use it. I mean, I'll use it right now, but I just haven't been using it. 10.47. Gaysmith says, "Oh, no, I started posting videos on my channel." Nice. $12.95. Rami says, "Also, do you play any video games?" I don't play any video games. I just cube and make YouTube videos. $15.46. Pretty bad. Rami says, "Are you in the Cupid Discord server?" No, I'm not. I don't really use Discord. $13.31. $12.51. Remy says there's any way we could race. I think I did this on the part 2 of this stream, like a few days ago. Somebody said, "Can we race?" And then they typed their time in chat that they got, and then they could see the time I got. So if you do a solve and then type it in chat, then I'll see if you beat the time I got. $13.26. Remy says wouldn't be the same scramble though. Oh yeah. Well, I can copy and paste the scramble into the live stream chat. Snap. Messed up. $17.76. That's really bad. And IMA says hi. Welcome to the stream. And okay. So there's the scramble, and I'm gonna put it in chat. And anyone who wants to race, like, just do the scramble to your cube, and then type your time that you got in chat. Barbecue says, "What is your favorite PLO?" I think my favorite PLO, I'd probably say J-Perm, or this is gonna sound like, what are you talking about, V-Perm? Because the algae use is really nice. $10.15. And Rumley says that he got 12.77. I think I beat you. Mr. Cube says hello. Welcome to the stream. I did get a little lucky on that 10. $12.28, and I think that's a +2. I'm gonna pick it up but not turn it. And oh yeah, that's definitely a +2. So $12.28. And Romy says, yeah, I just started keeping, did no solves, so not warmed up at all. Oh, might. And Bubba Cube says 23.01. Nice. And Mr. Cube says, can you show the 2x2 you got in the last video? Yeah, here's one of them. It's the one I put the Cube logo on, and now we have 5 likes on the stream, so thanks to whoever liked the stream. So this is the MGC 2x2 one. And Romy says the scramble. Okay, so here's the scramble that I'm gonna do right now. And I just put it in chat. And XQ channel says, are you ever going to face reveal? I don't think I'm ever gonna do a face reveal. This Cube says you mean the Cajun, right? Yeah. LOL, I'm just kidding. Cupid. $9.78. I think that's the first sub 10 of this stream. And Romy says 12.71. Man, I'm doing bad. Oof. Mr. Cube says 2,000 subs face reveal. I don't think I'm ever gonna do a face reveal. Speedy Boy says 13.43. Nice. And so I think that's the first time he said something in chat, so welcome to the stream. I messed up that. I was trying to preserve a pair. 1647, that's really bad. Romy says I usually get sub 10s at least every 10 solves. Nice. And thanks whoever liked the stream. Afikun says, what's your average? About 11 to 12 seconds. But I get bad solves a lot. Gateswiss says 10,000 or 100,000 maybe. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to do a face reveal. Bubcube says 24.57 plus 2. Oh man, not a plus 2. Romy says, I mean ranges from 1 to 10 solves to like 1 to 3. And I can get some in a row if I'm lucky. Nice. Speedy Boy says I average 13 seconds. Nice. And thanks to the person who liked the stream. And Gateswiss says we have the whole community here, elbow. Yeah. $11.15. Afikan says, what's your PB? My PB is 6.52. I got it on the last stream. Speedy Boy says, I liked the stream. Thanks. Now we're at 8 likes. Romy says, are you good at one-handed? I'm not good at one-handed. Speedy Boy says, how am I first? I don't know. Well, like, everyone in the top 4 for this top fans thing has 75 XP. I don't even know how the XP thing works. Snap. A 16.00 plus 2. Bubba Cubes asks, what's your 4x4 PB? My 4x4 PB is, I don't know. I'm gonna look. It's 44.82 seconds. And I think I averaged sub 1 minute now. Speedy Boy says question mark. Nice. And Romy says, what do you average on one-handed? Average like 22 seconds. Yeah. Gateway says, I don't really think so. Because I don't know how to, like, screen record live stream. Or, well, it's not really a screen record. But I like just the chat more. Mr. Cube says my average is 42. I'm learning CFOP. Nice. Speedy Boy says I average around 29 and 30 seconds. Nice. And Romy says I average on the same too. Nice. 14.63. Afficon says, can you please reconstruct your PB right now? I want to see it. I do think it was a miss scramble, so I don't know. I can't because it was a miss scramble, so I don't know the scramble. But I did get a 6.52. I just don't know the scramble. Sweetie Boy says, can you move the camera to where we can see the scrambles? Well, then it would just be kind of filming the scrambles and not me. So, Gator says, and for me, I cannot see the XP, so how much do I have? And Realme, thank you. Gage Plays, it says you have no XP, and Realme, it says he has 75. Realme says, why did I go to top 3, bruh? I was the first at 75. Yeah, I don't know. Mr. Cube says, I'm going to a comp in 18 to 20th July. Nice. Speedy Boy says, I gotta go. See ya. See you later. And Mr. Cube says, I have 75. Yeah. XP. Oh snap. 11.10 plus 2. I've gotten a lot of plus 2s today. Romy says, anyways, can you send scrams? Or if you don't want to, no problem. Yeah, it would just be a lot of work to keep on sending the scrambles. It's always pretty bad. 15.16. Risk Cube says, how fast can you do an H-perm? I don't know, I'll see. I locked up 1.32, that's pretty bad. 0.81. And Mr. Cube says, a cat in a box. Nice. There's a piece of tape on my cube. $17.22. Gates Place says, no, I'm talking about the XP. Well, your previous message, it says it was retracted, so I can't see it. Sometimes it just retracts random messages. I twisted a corner while I was solving 14.72. So I've done 30 solves today. And that would be ahead of all the time I've been streaming for. So maybe I can do 100 solves before I hit 1 hour of streaming. $12.64. Mr. Cube says corner twist echoes. Yeah, Remy says also random fact, but I like to coach people average 16 plus for free. Nice. Remy, don't say words like that in your last chat. $12.90. Bubba Cube says every sub equals 200 solves. Yeah, maybe I'll do that after I do all these solves. Gaspar says, no, I accidentally sent the message without finishing it. Oh, okay. 12.32 plus 2. Gatespace says average on 1 minute. Nice. I know when you first start cubing, then your average drops really fast. But I probably haven't improved since like December. 12.71. African Romy says currently I have 1 student. Nice. And African says, cool, you're color neutral. Well, I'm not. I can solve on all 6 colors, but I prefer to just do white and yellow. And Romy says Simbi too. Nice. And Gateway says LOL. Okay. And I'm gonna do this solve now. $15.53. Pretty bad. Mr. Cube says, yes, EV Cube. Yes, this cube is EV coded. Bubba Cube says it's 21.36 second average fast. Yeah. Really, anytime on the cube is fast, because even if, like, someone who's never solved a Rubik's Cube before sees someone solve it in 10 minutes, they'll still think it's really cool and really fast. I did an R perm when I had a G perm. Romy says, OMG bro, color neutral is so cool. Nice. Thanks. And Mr. Cube says, what happened to your finger? So, I was in my pool the other day, and then there are, how my pool filters the water is, there's a filter on the bottom, and so it sucks in water through there, and then it goes through a filter, and then it spits back in to the pool through jets on the sides. I learned a new alg for this case the other day. And then on the snap plus 2, on the side of the, like on the circle around the jet, it's like a bumpy, I don't really think it's like a texture, but it would be kind of like a keyboard, kind of, but just smaller. And I was turning it, and then it wasn't really turning. So then I turned harder, and then my finger, some of the, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's just some skin that's gone. So I just put a Band-Aid over it. $10.98. Remy says, oh, that sucks, and even when you're cubing, it doesn't really affect me a lot when cubing. If my, sometimes if my finger is just, bruised or something, then it's bad when I'm cubing. 12.18. And Mr. Cube says sad face. Naomi says, oh, okay. And African says, how long have you been cubing? I've been cubing for around 2.5 years now. $11.24. Romy says, yo, I've only been cubing for a year, and I average mid-11. Nice. Well, for, 9 months of that 2.5 year period, I just wasn't cubing. I still bought cubes, though. And thanks to whoever liked the stream. African says not sub 10 yet, huh? I think he's talking to Romy. And Mr. Cube says, I ate Pyraminx. I don't know why. I love Pyraminx. It's my favorite event. Okay, let's do this solve. $17.81. And Romy says, also here's my PB scramble. Okay, I'll try it. I don't know if I scrambled that right. I'm gonna try it again on another cube. Okay, I did scramble it correctly. Oof. Oh well, I didn't get it from that scramble. Okay, there's a lot of chat messages. Romy says, right now I'm learning 3 things to get better. White, yellow, color neutral, winter variation, and cross plus 1. Nice. And Bubba Cube says, I have a cat. Nice. African says, now you don't need color neutral for sub 10. Yeah, sometimes on just, like, decent scrambles, like, this scramble's okay, I can get sub 10. And I'm not completely color neutral. But I don't think it'll be happening on this. 11.68. Mr. Cube says, do you have the Gan 14 Pro? I don't have any of the GameCubes in the line of, like, the numbered ones. So the 11, the 12, 13, 14, and 15. Snap. I didn't do a move in my H prime. So I DNF'd. And that could have been sub 9. Gagebus says I'm also color neutral. Nice. It's good to learn color neutrality right when you start cubing, because then it won't be harder later. Like, I remember I taught my brother how to solve a 2x2, and then he learned being color neutral. 10.28. So that way he wouldn't just solve on white. And Gates says his favorite event is also Pyraminx. Nice. Romy says, man, on my last comp I did blind, I completely failed DNF. The reason why I accidentally rotated the cube while putting on my blindfold, and guess what? I had the best time and would have won. Oh man. And we just got another subscriber, so thanks to whoever just subscribed. And this solve is pretty bad. 1484. Mr. Cube says, if Yihing learns ZB, yeah, well, I know ZB is, like, you'd be more consistent with it, because there's not really any luck, because there can't be OLL or PLO skips. But if he did, he'd probably be a lot faster. And Mr. Cube says, imagine a blind one-handed solve. Yeah, that would be really hard, but really cool. And we just got another subscriber, so thanks to whoever just subscribed. 10.000. Bubba Cube says, do you know what that means? And then there's something in Ukrainian, or whatever the language that they speak in Ukraine is called. I don't know what that means. I don't speak Ukrainian. African says, but it can be last layer skip. Yeah, but those are like 1 in 15,000. Romy says, yeah, there's one scramble where I got PLL in 7 seconds, but one-handed. If you want it, just tell me. It's insane. Okay, yeah. Can you put it in the chat? Cubing with Pork Chop says, what cube are you using? I'm using the Moyu Weilong WRM V10 Special Edition Green internals. I inserted that pair wrong. I don't know why I did a double rotation, and I just messed up my algorithm. A 24.6. Bubba Cube says that means speed cubing. And African says at Romy, let me see. I've done 50 solves this stream, and I've only been streaming for 36 minutes. So on this pace, I'll definitely hit 100 solves before 1 hour streaming. 11.29. And Romy put a scramble, so I'll try it. I tried to do something with an X cross. I tried to make an X cross, but I didn't. Oh, I just reset the scramble on Cube Disk because I just did that scramble. $11.23. 10.37, and I really slowed TPS on that solve. Lately, I've been trying to turn slower during my cross and F2L, so that way I can look ahead, because I'm really bad at look ahead. And then I just go really fast on the last layer. And then I've been getting a lot more 10-second averages. And I'm pretty close to a sub 11 average right now. I need faster than an 11.29. I was gonna say 24.60, but then I realized I need to get faster than the 11 to improve my average, but I already passed 11 seconds. Oh well, I almost didn't get faster than 21 or 24. I was just turning really slow in the last layer. I don't know why. 21.8. So our average still stayed the same because it was my worst solve. Guys, we're only 1 like away from 10 likes on the stream. I need to get faster than 11.29 still to improve my average. $11.66, and that's not faster than 11.29, but we can probably still get the sub 11 average. And now I need to get faster than 11.23. So if I get a sub 10, then I'll probably get it. I learned out for that Willow, but I didn't do it right. I forgot it. 16. And the cube says, that's how to pronounce whatever that, what speed cubing. I don't want to try to pronounce that because I'll probably just say it really badly. Oh. Snap. I'm getting a lot of bad solves. I just got a 17 plus 2. And I just typed in 1905 because I didn't want to put the plus 2. Oh, that's a good solve. 10.59. Mr. Cube says, man, I just saw a reaction to the Rubik's World Champ. I saw people getting 86 seconds and being disappointed. If I did sub 8, I would be so excited. Yeah, me too. I barely ever get sub 8 second solves. Gatesby says, if I try to pronounce that, I'm probably going to accidentally say a bad word in another language. LOL. Yeah. Also, guys, I have my ring light behind me. So, and it's on, but I don't know if it's better with it on or off. So, here it is on. And so, just remember that. And then I'm going to turn it off. So that's what it looks like off. And I'll leave that on for one solve. And say which one you like more. And Bubba Cube says, can you say privet? That's hello in Ukraine. Privet. And Mr. Cube says something in a different language. I don't know what that means. Oh snap, I forgot to do the last M2. Right now I have a 15.77 average 5. And I'm going to turn my ring light back on because me personally, I like the light on more. Okay. It's a really small button on the ring light. That was a really bad pickup. $12.96. Mr. Cube says, who's that on your profile picture? That's me. So, yeah. And Bubba Cube says, good job. Thank you. I think you mean for one of my solves. But they've all been pretty bad. Snap. Another mistake. 12.01. Okay, guys. I really need to focus up. Another bad solve, 15.42. Bubba Cube says, I mean for privet. Oh, thanks. African says, bye, 5:27 a.m. here. Need to sleep. Whoa. What country are you from? I don't know if you already left. But if you're still here, then what country are you from? Because where I am, it's 4:28. 14.45. Another really bad solve. And we just got another subscriber and another like on the stream. So thanks whoever did that. I thought that an edge was one, but it wasn't. So another mistake. $17.44. Mr. Cube says where he is at 6:28 p.m. Nice. Okay, finally, a decent solve. Mr. Cube says, I'll come back real quick, okay? Bye. See you later. Bubba Cube says, 00:27 a.m. in Ukraine. I know that's, so, that's, like 12:27. Cause, yeah. Wait, so is it tomorrow in Ukraine? Because I don't know if Ukraine, I know like to the east is more hours. Romy says, okay, here's the reconstructions. I'm gonna send it in 2 parts. Okay. And African says, I'm from Malaysia, and yep, no one know what country that is. I know what country it is. I know it's in Southeast Asia, and it borders Singapore, and it also borders, like the other part of it, I think it's Brunei is the name. 14.31. Romy said, oh, I already read that. And Abby says, I'm a new subscriber. Could you please send me a greeting? Okay. My greeting is, welcome to the stream. And thanks for subscribing. It just says, here is 5:30 for me. Nice. That's another bad solve. 18.17. And Bubba Cubes, oh, thanks to whoever just subscribed. And Bubba Cube says, yes, we have July 10th. Yeah, it's July 9th to our name. Mommy says, sorry there are no spaces between different parts. LOL, that got removed with YouTube. Okay. And Lift Cuber says, enjoy 100 more solves. Well, I should put this, like, in the description or something. It was for the first, like, 2 parts of this series that, I was doing where all the subscribers add to the account. So for all the other streams, I'm just doing all the solves. Snap, another post 2. It's a bad solve. And one goal I've been trying to get on live streams is getting a viewer from every continent. So in this stream, we got North and South America, Europe, and Asia. So it's 5 continents. And Romy says, sorry, the reconstruction is pretty hard to read. Just know the first moves are the scramble. Okay. And Bubba Cube says, do you know that Ukraine doesn't use AM and PM? I actually didn't know that. And the user of Magic Cube says, hi, give me moderation key, please. It's my dream, bro. I pay $50 if you give me. I don't give moderator to just random people. $13.28. And Abby says, try this scramble. Okay. Okay. I will try to get a good solve. Uh-oh, another +2. And that's a kind of decent solve. Bubba Cube says 13:30 means 1:30 p.m. Yeah, that's like military time. So it takes me a second to like figure that stuff out. But I still can. $12.79. Rummy says, bro, I average mid-11 and I've only done 3 sub-8s. Nice. It's still a lot. I think I've gotten less than, I've probably gotten like 6 sub-8s. So not a lot. Oh snap, another +2. If only I had, if only every +2 equaled a new subscriber. I'd probably have like 950. And speaking of subscribers, we're only one away from 880. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do. And also, I posted a video, like, it might be 2 days ago, I don't know, because I just scheduled it one day. So after the stream, make sure you go check it out. And Bubba Cube says, what is your PB average? My PB average 5 is 9.88. And the user of Magic Cube says, hi, welcome to the stream. And we just got a like on the stream, so thanks to whoever liked the stream. And thanks to whoever just subscribed. $13.41. Romy says, no way, mine's 9.33. That's probably because you averaged 11, I averaged like 12. But still, good job. Romy also says, I got insanely lucky. It was some days ago, I don't remember. Nice. Mine was on the 12th of June. And we just got another subscriber, so thanks. And Abby says, bye, smiley face, I have to go do homework. Okay, good luck. Snap, another +2. 11.94. I dropped my cube, so another mistake. But, oh, I was gonna say still a sub 11, but then it wasn't, and then I +2. I've gotten 3 plus 2 is my average 5. Romy says that his first scramble of his PB average of 5 is that one. Okay. I just didn't start the timer. It just says, yeah, I just timed that dude out for 24 hours. He had some bad messages held for review, like, bad. Uh-oh. Well, thanks. And I just messed up my new GC perm I learned the other day. And I do hear thunder. So if you guys were on, if any of you in this stream, I think some are, a 29. We're on the stream where my power went out for a second and then it came back on. Then my computer wouldn't connect to the internet. If that happens again, then I'll have to end the stream. Bonus Ducks says, hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. And if that was you who subscribed, thanks. Gator says, and you know, I'm lenient when that dude was spamming. I only timed out for 5 minutes on each of his accounts. Nice. Romy says, did you see the second scramble message? I didn't see it. And Comic says, hi, welcome to the stream. Bonus 6 says, always looking for more cubing streams, so glad to be here. Thanks. And Comic says, how much do you average? I average around 12 to 11 seconds. And Romy says, yep, it ain't showing up. Yeah, I don't see it in my chat. And Bubba Cube says, that's your new profile picture. Yeah, it is. Romy says, oh really? And yeah, it's not showing in my chat. And Gateway says, it keeps getting held, but I keep showing it. And I keep seeing it. Also guys, to the 2 new viewers, Bonus Ducks and Comic, I'm trying to get a viewer on, like, I always try on every one of my live streams. I don't really say it though. To get a viewer from every continent. So, if you want to, say what country you're from. Because I only need Africa and Australia/Oceania this stream. And thanks to whoever liked the stream, and thanks to whoever just subscribed. Okay, I didn't mess up my new algorithm. Gator says, yeah, I don't even want to ever see that dude again in chat. I never want to read those messages again. That might scare me for the rest of the day. LOL. Well, I'm glad those messages got held. I do have it where it's like, it will automatically hold potentially inappropriate messages. So that way they don't show up in chat. And Bonus 6 says American but tuning in from UK. Nice. So, I do already have Europe, but still, cool. And I really messed up on that solve. And Charlie Lampart says, hi, just made an amazing 3x3 method. Nice. And thanks to whoever just subscribed. And I've done 83 solves on this stream, so I'll probably like get to 90 solves and then end. $15.32. Gatesway says, Boba, I think that was him from a long time ago. Yeah, it was. And Charlie Lampart says, I subbed. Thanks. And Charlie Lampart, I'm trying to get, I try on every one of my live streams to get a viewer from every continent. So, if you want to, then saying what country you're from, because, like, then I'll know what continent. Because I only need Africa, and then Oceania / Australia. And Charlie Lampert says I'm from the US. Nice. So, I do already have North America, but cool. And Bubba Cube says, why is J-Perm not upload video anymore? I don't know. $15.25. Remy says, you going to Worlds 2027? No, because it's all the way in Sweden. And Gatespace says, bro, I'm glad Timmy came back. I didn't know he left. He doesn't upload a lot of long-form videos, but he uploads like a short or two every week. $13.15. $10.32. So I'm gonna do 2 more solves, and then I'll have done 90 solves in this stream, and then I'll probably end the stream. $12.81. And I know I twisted a corner. I was scrambling. Charlie Lampert says, look up Shortcut, and that's J-Perm. He quit to play Mario Kart because he got bored of queuing. Yeah, I know about his, like, Shortcut channel. Oh yeah, here's the corner twist. $24.64. Rami says race on the scramble. Okay. I got a 10.67 on that scramble. Yeah, guys, I think that's going to be it for today's stream. I did 90 solves, and we got some new subscribers. I think we actually got 10 subscribers. So thanks to everyone who subscribed and liked the stream. And, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this stream. I usually stream about, like, 2, 3, 4 o'clock Eastern time. No, not Eastern time. Central time. So, yeah. And Charlie Lampart says, can I be a mod? LOL. Well, as Paper says, I don't hand out moderator to just anybody. And Rami says, alright, see you, bro. guess this is, yeah, the sign. Okay, see you later, everyone.